Let's do some yoga.
Cool, thank you.
Hi, Alejandra. We're gonna come to lying on our backs. And we're gonna put one hand on our heart and one hand on our belly. And we're gonna close our eyes. And see if you can just become the witness. Watch your body as your belly rises and falls. Watch your breath deepen. Watch your mind start to slow down. See if you can become aware of the inner body, the sensations inside of the belly, inside of the heart. Now see if you can open your eyes just a tiny bit, just enough to look down at that hand on your belly. But stay in that place of awareness. And just notice, after you empty all the air, notice how you can see your heart beating there in your belly, there in your hand. And get curious about the idea that even though we've all been present, that maybe you've never been like fully as present as you could ever be. And see if maybe right now, in this moment, you can decide to become fully embodied in this moment, in this breath. See if you could imagine that there is no past and there is no future. There's just this moment. And just see what happens if you stay in that place. Keep this deep connection with the breath as you hug the knees into the chest. Start to move around, maybe rocking side to side across the spine. Maybe circling the knees. And now hug the right knee in, let the left leg go long. Kick out through that left heel. Squeeze the knee in towards the armpit. Stay aware of that inner body. See if you can still feel the heart beating. Staying with each breath like it was all that really existed. Now keep kicking through the left heel. Guide the right knee open with the right hand. Now bring that knee through center, hand it off to the left hand, and find a gentle spinal twist. Gazing out over your right hand. Come back to center, hug your knees in, hug your forehead in to touch your knees, squeeze everything in tight. And then let the right leg go long, kick out through the heels, squeeze that left knee in, squeeze the elbows in. A little more length from your heel to your crown. Stay with this breath. Use your left hand to guide the left knee open. If your right hip tries to lift up, use your right hand to keep it grounded. And hand it off to the right hand. Find that gentle spinal twist, gazing over the left. Come back to center, hug the knees in, hug the forehead in. And start to rock forward and back. When you're ready, we'll rock all the way up to a seat. And then we'll bring the bottoms of the feet together. And we'll grab onto the big toes with the peace sign fingers. And we'll lift the feet up a little bit and try to find balance here. And then we'll kick out through the right leg. It doesn't matter if it straightens all the way out, but you will kick quite a bit through the heel to stay upright. And then we'll slowly switch. Move with your own breath. When and if you're ready, let's straighten into both legs. They don't have to straighten all the way, but kick through the heels, lift through the heart, soften through the face and the shoulders. Now, if you're really feeling daring, we'll roll back onto the backs, keeping a hold of the toes. Maybe the toes touch the ground. Then maybe you come back up and can find balance there. Try it a couple times. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees fall down. So notice how pushing the feet together will create a little more space for the knees to drop into as the hips start to open. If you feel open enough, you can start to hinge forward just a little bit. Slowly come up, use your hands to bring your knees together. Then we'll come up onto our hands and our knees. Start to root down into the fingers and knuckles and lengthen through the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward, look up, fill up. So you can have your toes tucked or untucked. Try it both ways if you like. Exhale, round it all out. Pull the belly button back into the spine. See how long you can hold on to this inhale. Really shine the heart forward. See how long you can hold on to this exhale. Empty every last drop. All right, biggest, deepest, slowest inhale right here. And on the exhale, we round all the way up to kneeling, letting your head stay heavy, dragging yourself up. Lift the heart, roll the shoulders down. And just notice, as you start to lift the arms, notice what the shoulders do. They try to come up. They try to create all this tension, the same tension we have in our jaw, the same tension we have in our mind of trying to kind of control everything. Notice if you can soften, soften, soften. Even while you reach your arms out to the sides, the shoulders are gently drawing down. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms to face up, and drop your hands over to the left. Imagine you're rooting down into the shins. They might not really touch, but that'll take some pressure off your knees. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up, bring your hands to your low back. Maybe your fingers can point up. Maybe you can wrap your elbows a little closer together back there. Scoop the hips forward and drop the head back if it's all right with the neck. If it feels like too much, just keep the chin drawing in towards the chest. Inhale, come up, lower the sit bones to the heels. Come into child's pose, and then right away we'll just slide out onto the belly, bringing the shoulders right on top of the hands. Straighten the legs, untuck the toes, hug the elbows in and reach them back towards the feet. Press into the feet to lift the heart. Soften through the shoulders and slowly lower down. Come back up to the hands and the knees, moving slowly. Finding length in the arms, length in the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, take your time. Exhale, round it out. One more time. Deepest, slowest breath. This time we'll round it up to kneeling. Head stays heavy. Root into the shins. Lift up through the heart. Keep the shoulders relaxing down the back as you inhale the arms up. Interlace the fingers. Palms face up. Drop it to the right. Find your breath. Inhale, come back up. Exhale to the left. Slowly come back up on the inhale. Bring your hands to your low back. Scoop it forward, drop it back. On an inhale, come up. Lower your sit bones to your heels. Child's pose, slide out onto the belly, untuck your toes. Press into the feet, lift the heart. Draw the elbows in, reach them back. Exhale, soften. One more inhale, pull the heart forward and lift up. Soften something, and then slowly lower down. Curl the toes, lift the knees and quads up. So to press up to plank, you want to keep your weight really forward. That'll make it a lot easier on the arms. So keep your shoulders pressing forward, and then just lift up to plank. Find a little more length from your heels to your crown. Roll to the outside edge of your left foot. Peel the right hand up. Lift the hips a little higher. Come back to plank. Find length in the center and then slowly roll onto the right side. Peel that left hand up. Slowly come back to plank. Rock forward on your tippy toes and lower your shoulders to elbow height. And then untuck the toes. Press into the fingers and knuckles more to protect the wrist as you lift the heart. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Actually, let's drop it to the knees and warm up the wrists a little bit. Let's just turn the back of the wrists forward. And maybe just stillness here is enough, or maybe you sway side to side a little bit. If you really want more, you'll rock forward and back. And slowly release, slowly make your way back, downward facing dog. Maybe you need to pedal it out or sway the hips a little bit. Maybe you're ready to get right into stillness here. Slowly walk your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale to lift up halfway. And exhale to fold. Grab onto your elbows and start to sway a little bit. Find some fluid movement. Feel the low back starting to loosen up. So it's okay if the knees are bent. We're not trying to open the hamstrings just yet. We're just trying to release the low back a little bit by kind of finding that fluid movement. Maybe you start to straighten into the legs just a little bit. Release your grip, tuck your chin to your chest, bend your knees a lot. Inhale here, root into the feet. Exhale as you round all the way up. Arms and head stay heavy till the end. Then lift the heart, roll the shoulders down the back where they'll stay as you inhale the arms up. Okay, so feet are either together or hip width distance. Lift your toes up and then set them back down. Spread them out and set them back down. Press down into the feet. Feel the quads lifting as you grow a little bit taller, lengthen through the crown, but feel your shoulders rooting down just like the feet. So feel these energies moving in two directions as the shoulders and the feet root down, like the root structure on the tree, and everything else is lifting up, lifting towards the sun. See if you can find this in every single pose, this opposites here, this rooting to rise. But instead of it feeling like you root and then you rise, feeling like it's happening at the same time. All right, so keep rooting down through the shoulders and the feet. As you inhale, reach the arms out. Notice the shoulders trying to come along. Keep drawing them down the back. Bring your palms to face forward. Squeeze your fingers together and keep reaching up through the fingers with the same energy that the shoulders are drawing down the back. Keep rooting into the feet with the same amount of energy that the quads are lifting up off the knees. Start to find this balance. Stay with this breath just a little bit longer. All right, well, hinge at the hips, bend the knees if you need to. Reach the hands all the way down to the ground. Inhale, lift up halfway, but fill up all the way. Find a little more length in your spine. Breathe into it. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands forward. Find that plank pose. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Reach the right hand up. Maybe the right foot lifts up too. Press into the fingers and knuckles to protect the wrists. Lift the hips a little higher and slowly come back to plank and roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Press into the fingers and knuckles if you feel this in your wrist. Maybe the left foot lifts up. Slowly come back to plank. Lift from your core back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees and then sink into the heels. Inhale, lift your right foot up. Keep your hips in line. Press back through the heel as you press down through the left heel equally. Come up on the tippy toes to create space so that you can bring your knee all the way to your nose. Stack your shoulders over your wrist like plank pose. Inhale, shoot it back up. Left heel presses down, right heel presses up. Come up on the toes. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose, step it all the way through. Lift up, crescent lunge. Press the right knee forward, sink in a little more. Find stillness here. Find something to rest your gaze on, your drishti, your focal point. See if you can come back to that place where there is no past, there is no future, there's just this moment, just this breath. Heart lifts, elbows drawn together behind you, open the heart. Lower the hands by the sides as you take flight. Kick off that back leg. Point the toes down and in to level the hips. Reach back through the heel and then set the left foot down to meet the right. Lower the booty enough to sweep the floor. Reach the arms forward and then up. Hold the belly in. Look forward or up if you're finding a back bend. Reach up just as much as those shoulders are drawing down. Press down through the feet just as much as you're lifting through the heart. And now bring your hands to the heart, drop some weight into the heels, and turn and twist to the right. So keep lowering your booty and sinking into the heels. Now use this leverage. Try to set your thumbs right in the center of your chest, not by moving the hands, but by moving the body, twisting the heart towards those thumbs. Notice some tension you might have found. See if you can use your exhale and soften there, letting that go. Now open the arms up. Gazing up at the right hand, roll the right shoulder back. Keep the knees deeply bent as you slowly step the left foot back into crescent lunge with a twist. Right away, we'll come all the way up to reverse crescent. Right hand finds left thigh. Left hand reaches up. Cartwheel hands down, step back to plank. Optional vinyasa, meeting back in downward facing dog. If your wrists or shoulders are not loving chaturangas, you skip them. Maybe sometimes you do 2 or 3 of them and that's enough. Listening to the body. All right, inhale, lift the left foot. Keep it flexed, keep your hips in line. Press into both heels evenly, and then come up on the tippy toes to create space to bring the knee all the way to the nose. Inhale, shoot it back. Right heel presses down, left heel presses up. Up on the toes, exhale, knee to nose, step it through, crescent lunge, take your time. Find your drishti. But you're not like gazing at it intensely. It's a really soft gaze. You're not really looking at it. You're just using it to rest your eyes on, to find stillness. Find that down and up motion, that equality, that balance. Heart lifts, elbows draw together, and then hands lower down. Take flight, kick off that back leg, point the toes down, press back through the heel, and then set the right foot next to the left. Lower the booty, sweep the floor, reach it forward and up. Sink in a little more, reach up a little more. Where can you soften? Can you stay with this breath a little longer, like it's all that really existed? Bring your hands to your heart. Keep your weight in your heels, turn and twist to the left. Use Use that leverage to twist the heart towards the thumbs. Keep lowering the booty. Belly's drawing in out of the way. Don't forget to soften and let something go on the exhale. Open the arms up. Maybe the gaze follows that left hand as the left shoulder rolls back. Keep both knees deeply bent. Step the right foot back. Find that crescent lunge with a twist. Come right up. Reverse crescent. Left hand, right thigh. Right hand reaches up. Cartwheel hands down. Chaturanga. Or just meet back in downward facing dog, skipping the vinyasa. We're going to come down and take a little child's pose. You can have your knees together or apart. Bring the center of your forehead to rest on the mat. So if you have to spread your knees to make that happen, do that. And see if you can recommit here to coming into this moment. Notice how the mind is just trained to try to take you out of this moment. And we all just think, oh, well, it's really natural. It's really normal just to constantly think about the past or the future, because we all do. But get curious about if you really could just be fully right here. And imagine there is no past, there is no future. There's just right here and right now. And see if you can just be okay with that. See if you can use every single inhale as an invitation to come back to that inner body sensation. And every single exhale is an opportunity to let something go. When you're ready, we'll come back up, downward facing dog. Actually, let's stretch the wrists one more time. Come back down to the knees. It's probably just my wrists, but something's going on. So bring your left hand right in front of your face, palm facing you. Bring your right hand, your thumb, right in between the pinky and ring finger, and then wrap your fingers around the thumb, and then turn it like you're trying to place the back of your left hand on your heart. Soften through the shoulders. Stay with your breath. I think I've been doing too many chaturangas. Oh, I guess I was doing handstands in the sand too. That could have been it. And slowly release, shake it out. Okay, right palm towards you, left thumb between ring and pinky, fingers wrap around the thumb, back of the right hand towards the heart, shoulders square and soft, breath deep and slow. And release and shake it out. I always check behind me now in Zoom. Did you see that BBC reporter that did the whole interview with her dildo on her bookshelf? I always double check behind me in Zoom now. Slowly come back up, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, lift the right foot high, come up on the toes. Let the exhale draw the knee all the way to the nose. Inhale, shoot it back up. Come up on the toes. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Arms are straight and strong, back of the neck's long. Press into the fingers and knuckles more. Drag that knee over to the left armpit. Straighten that leg out to the left. You can ground it or you can keep it lifted. Peel the left hand up and twist open. Lower the left hand, bring the knee to the nose, shoot it back up, three-legged dog. Up on the toes, knee to nose, step it through, warrior one. Press the right knee forward, draw the right hip back. Inhale to reach up, exhale to soften. Find that equality. What's pressing down, what's lifting up? Does it feel equal and balanced? Is your gaze steady and fixed on your focal point, your drishti? All right, now without moving the right knee, open it up like warrior two. So that knee tries to collapse inwards sometimes. Don't let it. You might need to wiggle the left foot back just a little bit. Find that maximum wingspan. And again, what's pressing down? Your feet, Your shoulders, what's lifting up? That low belly, drawing in and up. Heart is lifting, crown is lifting. All right, inhale, reverse it. Maybe left hand sneaks around trying to grab the right thigh. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Let that elbow help keep that knee open instead of collapsing in. Reach the left hand straight up and then roll your heart up towards the ceiling and reach your left arm up alongside the ear. Feel the feet pressing down and the hips scooping forward towards that long edge of the mat. Now see if you can lengthen that whole left side of your body with the same amount of energy as you're softening through the shoulders and the face. Right knee doesn't move at all. Inhale, reverse it. Cartwheel the hands down to frame that foot. Come up on the back toes and then walk your hands over to the left. Finding a wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Walk your hands back between your legs, fingers pointing back away from you. Imagine you're trying to pull your head down towards the ground. We're trying to straighten the legs by lifting the quads up off the knees. Maybe you get more stretch to put a micro bend in the knees and then lift the quads up off the knees. Maybe you rock a little weight into the toes and start to lift those sit bones up and back. See where you can soften. Slowly walk the hands back under the shoulders. Walk your hands towards that right foot. Turn all your toes to face forward. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Sink into the heels, reach forward and up. Sink in just a little deeper. Draw the upper body back a little more. Pull the belly in. All right, now shoulders stay soft. Sweep the right arm under the left. See if you can get your palms to touch. Draw the elbows out and up. Sit lower in the chair. Stay low and lift the right leg up high as you can and over. Maybe the toes wrap all the way around. Now sink in a little bit, trying to bring those elbows and knees right into the center line. Pull the belly in. See if you can find that balance of those energies. You'll notice it'll really help you balance. If you're wobbling, soften, soften, soften that ankle, that knee. Slowly come up, lift the right knee high. Reach the hands up high. Cartwheel the hands down, shoot the leg high like standing splits. And then hop that foot back to three-legged dog. Bend the knee up at the ceiling and try to stack the hips, twisting open here. Slowly come back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left foot up, come up on the toes. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, shoot it up, right heel presses down, come up on the toes. Exhale, left knee, left shoulder. Find your breath. Press into the fingers and knuckles a little more, engage the core. Drag it over to the right shoulder, and then straighten that leg out to the right. Peel the right hand up, twist open. Slowly lower the right hand, bring the knee to the nose. Shoot it up, three-legged dog, up on the toes. Knee to nose, step it through. Warrior one. Press the left knee forward, draw the left hip back. Feet and shoulders rooting down. Low belly, heart, fingers reaching up. Stay with this breath. Make the inhale and the exhale match. Okay, bend its left knee even more to bring your awareness there so you don't let it collapse in as you open it up like warrior two. Maybe right foot needs to wiggle back. Gaze over your left fingers, find that maximum wingspan. Inhale, reverse it. Right hand reaches around for that left hip. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Use it to guide that knee open. Reach the right hand up. Twist the heart open and then bring the arm up alongside the ear. Imagine the whole right side of your body is like half of an X. Try to lengthen it, but keep softening with just as much intention. Hips scooping towards that long edge. Inhale, left knee doesn't move at all. Come all the way up to reverse it. Cartwheel hands down. And then walk them over to the right. Wide leg forward fold. Turn the toes in just a little bit. Lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Now walk your hands forward like a wide leg downward facing dog. Let your head fall heavy. And then imagine you're trying to melt your heart down towards the ground. Maybe you come up on the toes. Maybe you sink into the heels and even lift the toes. See if you can create some space here. Draw those traps away from the ears. Maybe you start to lower the elbows down towards the ground just a little bit. Slowly walk the hands back under the shoulders. And then walk them over to the left foot. Turn all your toes to face the front of the mat. Step the right foot forward. Sweep the floor. Sit in the chair. Shoulders stay soft. Left arm under right. Interlace fingers, or not interlace, just palms together. Elbows out and up. Sit a little lower. Lift the left leg up a little higher and try to wrap it around. Soften that standing ankle and standing knee. Try to find those balanced energies here, pressing down and lifting up. Those balanced energies between your inhale and your exhale. Slowly come up, lift the knee, reach the hands up. Cartwheel hands down, shoot the leg high, standing splits. And then hop it back, little hops at a time to three-legged dog. Bend the knee, point it up, twist open. And slowly come back, downward facing dog. All right, now keep the hands where they are and just lower the elbows down like dolphin. Let the head be heavy. Maybe you walk your feet in a little bit closer. Try to soften the traps away from the ears. It's a little harder to do here than it is in down dog, but keep softening there. Keep letting go of this tension. Now slowly walk or slide the feet back to forearm plank. Lengthen through the back of the neck so everything's parallel to the ground. Keep softening through the traps in the neck and the eyes, and start to rock forward and back. Slowly lower down to the knees, come into a child's pose. You only get one breath here, so savor it. Make it last as long as you can so you get a little break. And when you're ready, come back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot lifts up high. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Step it outside that right hand. And now start to lower down towards your elbows. You can keep the left knee lifted or lower it down. You can keep the back toes tucked or untucked. Keep your right knee hugging in against your shoulder. Let your head become heavy. And make it all about this breath. Now turn those right toes out towards the top front corner of the mat and roll to the outside edge of that foot. Let the right knee fall open. Maybe right hand even helps it open. Or maybe you want to come up onto the left hand and reach the right hand back for that foot. Find your stretch, but then find stillness. Find this moment a little more fully, just by allowing this breath to be a little more encompassing. See how slowly you can let those toes float down, curl them under. Lift the left knee, step the left foot up outside the left hand like deep yogic squat. Sink in. Now notice if you're kind of hunched over and see if you can roll those shoulders back and lengthen the spine, and then draw the hands in towards the heart. Push the knees open a little more. See if you can find that balance here. The feet and the sit bones rooting down. Everything else lifting up. Shoulders are rooting down too. All right, lower the hands, lift the hips. Slowly roll it up, press into the feet. Come all the way to standing. Inhale, arms up, find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, or just slowly meet back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left foot up high. Exhale, left knee, left armpit. Step it outside that hand. Stay up on the toes or lower that knee down. Stay up on the hands or lower the elbows down. Keep the knee hugging in. Relax through the head and the neck and the face. Let this breath help you to stay right here in this moment. Let your breath be your gauge of how well you're doing at staying right in this moment. If you get hijacked by your mind and you've gone to the past or the future, your breath has probably fallen off or gotten shallow. If your breath is really deep and slow, probably staying right here in this moment. Left toes turn out towards the top front corner of the mat. Roll to the outside edge. Left knee falls open. Maybe left hand helps. Or maybe you come up to the right hand and reach the left hand back for that foot. Even here, press into your fingers and knuckles so you're not putting your weight on your wrist. How slowly can those toes float down, curl them under, lift the knees, step it up to that yogic squat. Find a little more length in your spine. Lift the shoulders up, roll them back, let them sink down, draw the thumbs in closer to the heart, and push the knees open. Hold on to this breath. Now slowly just bring your hands back behind you and lower your booty down to the ground. We're going to straighten the right leg out in front. All right, we're going to hug that left knee in across the body. So kick through the right heel. I'm trying to find a little glute stretch here as we hug that knee in. Lengthen through the crown, soften where you can, and then lower that foot down to the ground. And we're going to turn and twist to the left. Planting the fingers at the base of the spine, lengthen the spine. Reach your right hand up a little higher. Twist to the left more. Hook the elbow outside the knee. Keep kicking through the right heel. Now pull that left shoulder back more. Let the gaze follow. And wring out your spine. Feel some space you're creating with your body as you twist the spine open, and then take your breath into all that space and fill it up. And then as you soften, feel some of that tension going away. Bring your awareness back to the inner body. Come back to that place where there is no past, there is no future. There's only this moment. And imagine that the quality of the rest of your life depended on the quality of this breath. And keep staying with that. Each breath, a new chance to bring a little more depth, a little more richness, a little more present awareness. Slowly, gently unwind through center. Find a little counter twist on the right. Come back up and bring your left heel right into your center line. Let your left knee lower down. Kick through the right heel. Now reach for the foot. Grab whatever you can grab onto. Level the shoulders out. Lengthen up and then pull the heart towards the foot. Soften through the shoulders. Maybe you keep kicking through the heel. Maybe even you keep it lifted off the ground. Savor this breath. Slowly come back up and release that left leg out long. Hug that right knee in across the body with both arms, hugging it in. Lengthening up, kick through the heel, soften through the shoulders. Lower that foot down, turn and twist to the right. Reach the left hand up. Hook the elbow, use the leverage, pull the shoulder back more, kick through the heel, lengthen up. Use this breath, find all the length. Use your breath to find more length. Use your exhale to find more softness and a little more depth in your twist. Slowly, gently unwind through center, find a little counter twist. Slowly come back up. Bring that right heel into the center, try to lower the right knee. Kick through the heel, reach for the foot. Grab what you can, level the shoulders, pull the heart towards the foot. See if you can become the witness again, just watching the body and watching the mind. Just watching what happens when you can stay present. Things start to happen. Tension starts to loosen in your mind and in your body at the same rate. I'm starting to think it's not a coincidence. Starting to think all the tension is the same. Slowly come back up and straighten your legs out. Now bring your hands by your sides. Press into your hands like you're trying to lift your booty up off the ground. Maybe it even lifts up off the ground, but then try to lift your legs up too. Drawing the toes back towards the face. Pull your belly in. Lift your heart up towards your chin. Draw your chin down towards your heart. Press into the fingers and knuckles more. And release. Inhale the arms up. Reach up a little more. And then lengthen forward. Grab whatever you can grab. Lift up through the heart. Pull it down towards the feet. Now release whatever you're holding and just let your hands come to the ground. Let your head become heavy. Relax your legs and your feet. See if you can let something go here. See if you can let the weight of your head help you to let something go here. Slowly come back up. Bring your feet flat on the ground. Reach your hands forward and slowly roll it back onto your back. And find a happy baby. Grab the outside edge of your feet. Start to rock side to side. If and when you're ready, grab those big toes with your peace sign fingers and straighten your legs out wide to the side. If and when you're ready, try to rock it up to a seat and find that balance again. Try it a couple times. Okay, next time you're up, stay up. We'll bring our feet together and press the feet together to lower the knees down a little more. And maybe there's space to start to hinge forward a little bit now. Slowly come up, maybe use your hands to draw your knees together. Reach your hands forward and slowly roll back onto the back again. All right, reach your fingers down to line your sit bones and your heels up. And then lift the hips and grab your opposite elbows underneath of you. Now keep a hold of your opposite elbows. We're gonna lower the body weight down to open the shoulders. You might need to readjust your grip, but you will keep a hold of those elbows if you can. See if you can let all of your body weight come down to open the fronts of the shoulders. Tuck the chin just a little bit. See if you can relax through the upper middle back and the shoulders a little more. Notice which hand is on top because we're going to switch here in one more breath. Slowly lift the hips and switch. Opposite hand on top now. And lower the weight back down slowly. Relaxing through the upper middle back, the head, the neck, the shoulders. All right, press into the feet, lift the hips, release the arms, and then see if you can interlace the fingers, maybe the palms glue together. Draw the hands down, press the feet down, everything else lifting up. Lift everything up one more time. Maybe you roll up onto the tippy toes and slowly roll it down. All right, now we're going to straighten the legs up towards the ceiling. Draw the toes in towards the face, kick up through the heels. We're going to cross the right knee in front of the left, bend the knees, and then try to grab the outside edge of the feet. You'll probably have to lift your head off the ground. Grab the outside edge of the feet, that pinky toe side. Lay your head back down. And then imagine you're trying to tighten these shoestrings, trying to get the knees a little closer together to tighten the knot. Take your breath right to where you feel this. And notice just by staying here in this moment, in this breath, you'll start to release that tension. Just by not having to control this moment with your thoughts. You're giving that permission, that tension, permission to leave your body. Slowly release, straighten your legs up towards the ceiling. Draw the toes towards the face as you kick up through the heels. And then cross the left knee in front, bend the knees, grab the outside edge. If you need more, you can interlace your fingers in front of that left shin for a little bit more. Head lowers, chin tucks, shoulders relax, tighten the knot. Use your breath. Use this moment. Slowly release, straighten your legs back up. We're gonna roll it back into a plow pose. See if you can get your toes to touch the ground behind your head. See if you can stay with this breath even though your throat's a little crunched up. Bring your hands to your low back, creating a shelf for your hips. Straighten your legs up towards the ceiling, stacking the hips over the shoulders and the feet over the hips. Zipping your legs together, reaching up through the balls of the feet. Slowly lower back into that plow pose. Just one breath. Savor it. Make it last a little longer. Soften. Reach your hands towards the front of the mat. Press down into them to slowly, slowly lower one vertebrae at a time back out. And then bend your knees and bring your feet flat on the ground as wide as the mat. Cactus the arms. And windshield wiper your knees to the right. Slowly come back to center, wipe them over to the left. Slowly come back to center, drop them to the right. You can keep doing this with your own breath, or you can stay here on the right, hooking that right heel on top of the knee for a little more. Gazing over the left hand, relax. If you were staying on one side, slowly release and windshield wiper back and forth a couple times. And then even things out by staying on that other side. Hooking that left knee on top of the right, left ankle on top of the right knee. Gazing out over the right. Slowly release. We'll windshield wiper back and forth a couple more times. And then let the legs go long on the mat. Spread your feet as wide as the mat. Let your toes fall open. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Now, instead of all the things we try to do, finding the balance, trying to let go, we just stop and allow this moment to be exactly as it is, without imposing our thoughts, our judgments, our fears on it. Just knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. There's nothing you need to become. Just stop. Just be. Invite a deep breath back to fill you all the way up. Invite yourself to become aware of that inner body sensation again. And as you start to find a little bit of movement, moving however it feels good, see if you can choose to stay in this place a little longer today, this place of presence. Just imagine that there really is no past or future. It's just this moment. It's the only time anything has ever happened in, or will ever happen in, is this moment. So don't miss it. Let your breath be a reminder to soften and let go instead of holding on to everything so tight. When you're ready, slowly come back up to a seat. Shoulders stay rooting down. Inhale the arms up. We're going to take all the good energy we created during class right here together in the hands. Bring it down to the forehead for good, pure thoughts. Down to the lips for good, pure communication. And down to the heart for good, pure intentions. Let the head bow to the wisdom of the heart. Lift the thumbs to the space above the eyebrows. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. When we are in that place, we are one. Namaste.